Some time ago, we shared with you the scale of supremacy. And when we talked about the scale of supremacy, we were actually talking about white supremacy and black supremacy and the difference between the two. Well, today we're going to talk about some other scales. What we're trying to do is get you to begin to think critically and analytically. And we want you to think and not regurgitate. We don't want you to regurgitate something that somebody told you. Take the information that somebody gives you and place it on the scale. Now, today we're going to talk about first the scale of musical notes. Alright? So, I lost my pointer, so I'm going to use my finger, which is the best pointer. On this scale, you got what's represented as middle C. Okay, middle C. If you go one octave up, you're going to see another C, which is we're going to call a high C on this scale. If you go one octave down, you're going to see on this scale that looks like a 6, but it's supposed to be a C, a low C. But it's on the same scale. So whether you're talking about low C or high C, whether you go one octave up or one octave down, you're going to have the same notes on either end of the scale. So you have on this end C, D, E, F, G, A, B. On this end of the scale you have the same notes. D, E, F, G, A, B, C. Same notes, different end of the scale. You following me? This is all the scale of musical notes. Whether we're talking about a high end or the low end, they're all musical notes. Let's come down. The next scale we're going to talk about is the temperature scale. Alright? So right here in the middle, we're going to call that 0 degrees. If you go to the right, you got 10 degrees above 0, 20 degrees above 0, 30 degrees above 0, 40 degrees, 50 degrees above 0. If you come down here to the left, you got 10 degrees below 0, 20 degrees below 0, 30 degrees, 40 degrees, 50 degrees below 0. Now, while these may be below 0 and this temperature up here may be above 0, it's all part of the same scale of temperature. You got warmer temperature, colder temperature, but it's all temperature. The next scale we're going to look at, you know we're getting somewhere with this, is the scale of greatness. On one end of the scale of greatness, you got what we're going to call wicked or wickedness. On the other end of the scale of greatness, we got what we're going to call righteous or righteousness. All right? Now, history is very important when you're trying to understand things. As Malcolm said, history is best qualified to reward all research. Some years ago, Farrakhan got in trouble. He got put on a hot seat. I don't want to say he got in trouble. And he caught all kinds of flack for saying that Hitler was wickedly great. Again, we're talking about the scale of greatness. Just saying greatness all by itself isn't saying anything. But are we talking about something that's wickedly great or something that's righteously great? Farrakhan said that Hitler was wickedly great. But that's over here on the negative end of the scale. But he caught flack because he even dared use the word great while talking about somebody that was so wicked. But he understands the scale. He's not a fool. And those detractors, those people that were even calling for his life, much like what's going on right now today, didn't like the fact that he used the word great in the same breath as somebody that was so wicked. So Farrakhan said Hitler was wickedly great. But if we follow the scale all the way up, On this end, we can say that Marcus Garvey was righteously great. Both great men, one wickedly great, one righteously great. Now we can come on down to what we're talking about. What's the point here today? We're talking about revolution, the scale of revolution. Now, on the scale of revolution, just like the scale of musical notes, temperature, and greatness, and white supremacy and black supremacy, the scale of supremacy that we did some time ago, there's a scale of revolution. And on the scale of revolution, you have revolution for bad causes and revolution for good causes. You have good techniques, good methods, and you have bad methods. But it's all for revolution. In revolution, you want change. You want to change your situation. We talked about this before. And I don't believe you're not getting it. I just believe that you're very cowardice and you want to attack somebody. So you're going to attack somebody in the family. It's just like when you go to work and the boss is getting on your damn nerves, the overseer or the slave master is getting on your damn nerves. You don't do nothing to the slave master or the overseer. You come home and take it out on your own family. All right, I don't think that you're missing the point here. So there's a scale of revolution, just like there's a scale of greatness, there's a scale of temperature, and there's a scale of musical notes, and a scale of supremacy. On a scale of revolution, a good cause would be taking something back and giving it to the people that it rightfully belongs to. You can look at that as a good cause. A bad cause would be trying to fulfill one's own greedy desires. And we know by studying Buddhism and various other religions that desire is a fire. Desire can be a fire. And so the more you want something, the more you're willing to do to get it. As Malcolm said, by any means necessary. So in revolution, it's the same thing. You can have a negative action for a bad cause or a positive action for a bad cause. Example, you doing a favor for somebody. All right, but what you really want to do is get close to them so you can take advantage of them. Good action for a bad cause. On the good cause side, you can have a bad action such as killing, such as stealing, such as kidnapping or whatever it is for a good cause. Y'all know this, man. Y'all know this. I'm convinced that you're just a coward and you're afraid to attack the slave master. Just like that person at work that's afraid to confront his boss. Afraid to confront her boss. So you go home and you confront your own family based on what happened to you at work. So I hope by studying these scales, you can apply the scale thing to just about anything. Again, the scale of supremacy, white supremacy and black supremacy. The scale of musical notes, the scale of temperature, the scale of greatness, the scale of revolution, the scale of love. Or it's not even a scale of love, it's the scale of emotion. So you're talking about love and hate on the same scale. They're not two different things. They're different degrees of the same thing. So I hope I've given you something to think about. One person said Hitler was wickedly great. Death threats. Somebody else said that the black rapist is a revolutionary by default. But that's on the negative end of the scale. Death threats. Death threats just because of a misunderstanding. How about, it's just a thought, going to these liquor stores out here that's scattered all throughout your community and shutting them down. You say the white man ain't doing nothing today. I seem to recall the Honorable Dr. Khalid Abdul Muhammad say that this white man is attacking you through systematic automatic remote control. And all of his institutions are in place to attack you. So don't say that you can't go out here and attack the white man for attacking you through his white supremacist system.